everyone, it's Miss Lisa, your art teacher. Hi guys, how are you? It's been some time since we've been together and I hope you're doing well. Don't think I forgot you because I have not. I think about you all the time. I'm very excited about this week's project because it allowed me to see your beautiful faces again. We're going to be doing what's called pop art. And there's a famous artist named Andy Warhol. He's a pop artist. Andy Warhol is famous for Campbell's soup cans, mass-producing Campbell's soup cans on canvas. He's also famous for taking famous people's faces and making them into art, like Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, and Jackie Onassis. They're all very famous women. And guess what? We're going to turn our faces into art inspired by Andy Warhol. I've already made one as a sample. I hope you can see it. I'm going to lift my screen up a little bit more. Can you see Alexa's beautiful face up there? Right above my finger. Andy Warhol would take their faces and make 4 copies and use bold, beautiful colors to paint the backgrounds and the faces, just like I did with Alexa's. Look how beautiful she looks. I was so excited making it. Now as a demonstration, we're going to use this beautiful face. Does he look familiar? Yes, he does. That's Elijah. We're going to make his face today into pop art, just like I did with Alexa. And you are going to do the same thing whether you're at home or if you're in the classroom, because I've made 4 copies of each of your faces that you're going to use for this project. You're also going to get 4 different colored squares of colored paper. Hey, where'd my 4th one go? It was just here. Oh, here it is. It fell. But there's something about these papers that you should know. 2 of the colors will be warm. This one is red, but you might get orange and yellow or yellow and red, whatever. They will be warm colors. 2 will be warm colors. And 2 of your colored squares will be cool colors. Cool colors. Do you remember the color wheel? I have a color wheel here I could share with you. This is a color wheel. The yellow, orange, and red are the warm colors. They're on this side of the color wheel. The blue, purple, and green are the cool colors. They're on the other half of the color wheel. I have some items pinned to the colors. Oops, there goes my apple. Let me pin it on better. So we have warm colors. If you think of the sun or a campfire, the colors you might see in them are red, orange, and yellow. Just like this side of the color wheel. And if you're outside in the snow and the ice, it reflects blue from the sunlight, and you have green and purple. Those are all cool colors. So keep that in mind when we're making our project. You're also going to get one really big square of 12 by 12 paper. We're going to use that to place our colored squares on. And you're going to decide how you want to place them. But the first thing we need to do is we need to paint our beautiful faces. And we're going to need watercolor to do that. So I'm going to get out my watercolors. And you get your watercolors out too. Now, I don't want anybody to feel bad. I don't want anybody to feel bad if they don't have watercolors. If you don't have watercolors, use regular paint. If you don't have regular paint, use crayons. If you don't have crayons, use colored pencils. If you don't have colored pencils, use markers. Markers might make the black ink on your face bleed a little bit, so I'm not sure if you should use markers. But it won't bleed with the watercolor. Now, we're going to need a little water in our cup for the watercolor paint. I'll use some of my drinking water. And I'll take a sip because my throat's dry. I'm going to need a paintbrush. And I have my watercolors all ready. So, how about I bring you down and you watch me paint Elijah's face. That beautiful face that I miss so much. You hear me, Elijah? I'm talking about you. Alright, let's bring this down. I'll move my papers over to the side. And we're going to start painting. What color would I like? Oh, that's another. 2 must be warm colors and 2 must be cool colors. You may pick whatever colors you want, but make sure 2 are warm and 2 are cool. Just like we did with the colored papers. I'm going to start with an orange color. And I'm just going to paint right over his face. And it doesn't matter if I go over the lines. You know why? Because we are going to cut this face out. Yes, indeed. Look at him. How beautiful is he? His first face is going to be orange. Look at Elijah with his beautiful orange face. Okay, I'm going to put this on the side to dry because we're not going to be able to cut it or do anything with it while it's wet. So I'm just going to go hang it up, whoopsie, and continue on with the next one. Try not to use too much water because then we'll be here all day waiting for these pictures to dry. We don't want to do that. We want to get these made and hung up as soon as possible. Remember to clean your brush in between. Which other warm color do I want to use? I guess I could use yellow. I think I'm going to use the yellow cool color. So I got to wake up this color with the water because it's watercolors. And I'm just going to brush right over his face again. And now he's turning yellow. Look at how beautiful the color is. Andy Warhol will be so proud of us. You're going to be famous, Elijah. We're making you a movie star today. Because Andy Warhol only did this for famous people. And in my eyes, you guys are all famous. Okay, that's another one down. Here's a yellow Elijah. Another warm color. So I'm going to hang this one up to dry and continue painting the rest. Now I need to use 2 cool colors. Remember, the cool colors are the blue, purple, and green. I think I might make him green now. What do you think? Do you think I should make him green? Green with envy. Nah, he's just going to be green. No envy here. He's famous today. How do you like your face, Elijah? You are so handsome. Look at you. Look at you. Beautiful face that I miss so very much. I miss all your faces. Emily, I miss you dearly. And Alex, we're going to do your face too. Well, not as a demonstration, but you'll do it in class. Ander, yours is coming up too. Let's see. Okay, look at Elijah's green face. Looking good, right? What do you think? There's his green face. Alright, let's hang this up. I got one more. Where am I going to hang this one? I think I'll put him here. I think that should be good. 1 second. It's gonna... Okay, I need one more cool color. Which cool color should I use? Purple or blue? I think I'm going to use a really dark blue. What do you think? Well, that's not so dark, but it is pretty. And you could choose any colors you want, so long as they're too warm and too cool. And the same with the colored squares, too warm and too cool. Right over the face. Don't worry about going out of the lines because we're going to cut this later when it's all dry. And we can't cut it until it dries because the paper will not cut. So don't try to cut it. It won't work. almost done. A little darker. I'm going to go back. Okay. We've got to put this one up to dry now. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess and I'll be right back. Okay, so my paints are all cleaned and put away. My brush has been washed. Now I've brought out my 4 different squares of color. Can you tell me which ones are the warm ones and which one are the cool colors? Let me move this back just a little bit more so we can see more of my table. My red and my yellow are my warm colors. The purple and blue are my cool colors. This may look different on your monitor at home, but this is purple. But you can tell that it's a cool color, even if this might look blue in your TV. So now what I want to do is I want to arrange them on this white 12 by 12 square. But I want to make sure I mix them up where one is cool, one is warm, one is cool, one is warm. So let's start with the top right corner. I think I'm going to put my yellow down and I'll see if I like that. Purple is a very complementary color to yellow. And when I say complementary, if you look at the color wheel, purple is on the bottom and yellow is directly across from him on the color wheel. That makes them complementary or contrasting colors. So I think I'm going to keep them next to each other, my purple and my yellow. I'm going to take the red and I'm going to put it underneath the purple because I don't want the 2 warm colors together. And I'm going to put the blue underneath the yellow. I think they look good together, the yellow and the blue. And I kind of like the red and the purple. So I'm going to, if you like the way yours look, then glue them down or play a little bit more. Maybe I'll move this one down here and that one up there and have the red and purple going across and the red and blue underneath. It's all a matter of taste. Your creative decision making. So go ahead, glue down your squares, and I'm going to go glue mine as well. Okay, my squares are ready. I have blue and red up at the top. I'm sorry, purple and red up at the top, and yellow and blue on the bottom. Let me check my paintings and see if they're dry yet. They're still wet, but not to worry. Let's bring you up to see what I'm doing. I'm really getting excited about this. I can't wait till you see these projects. You're going to love them. So here we have the, whoops, I got to restick that. Here we have the 4 bold colors that the pop artists use when they create their pop art. Bold, beautiful colors that pop when you look at them side by side. Sort of like Alexa's pop art that I have up on my board. These colors pop when you see them next to each other. So Gia and Elijah, Alex and Alexa, Emily and Ander, get ready to be famous for the day. Actually, forever, because you gotta frame these pieces of work and hang them up so you could be famous forever. Famous faces of pop art. You're going to be so excited. All right, we're going to have to wait a little bit more because they're still wet. So I'll be back. I'll meet you here in a couple of minutes, okay? See you in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. I think some of Elijah's faces are dry, so I'm going to start cutting them out. If you find that you can't cut them out, that means they're not ready. They're not dry enough. So stop and wait a little longer. directly on his head, around his head. You can leave a little border and you can trace around, but not exactly touching the line where his face is. I'll show you what I mean in a second. I left a little edge. Can you see that? That's okay. You can do that. Throw the scrap away. Look how beautiful. Look at you, Elijah. Don't you look fabulous? You're a superstar. Now let's cut out this one. This one feels dry too. Remember when you're cutting, always keep scissor safety in mind. And if you're not cutting, you make sure you tell whoever is cutting, keep scissor safety in mind. Boy, I can't wait to be back with you guys. You have no idea how much I miss you. I'm not kidding. We used to have so much fun. You guys were great with the art projects. Yep, we had fun. We'll have fun again. Don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. We will have fun again. There's another Elijah. I'm loving it. I don't know about you, but I'm loving it. Okay, how about we do the blue face? Hey, did you ever notice how certain colors can make you feel a certain way? Like as soon as I saw that blue, I would think that I'm going to feel blue. But you know what? It kind of gave me a calming feeling. I was calm when I saw the blue. Ah, that kind of calm. Ah, what a beautiful blue. Sometimes when I see red, I go, I get all angry. Nah, I don't get angry. I'm always happy. I am. I'm really always happy. So red, maybe I blushed. Maybe because Elijah was flirting with me. That sounds about right, don't you think? So I might have been blushing. Okay, and here's the green Elijah. One last face to cut out. And then we could start choosing which color square we want to place which Elijah face. Now remember, when you're doing this, it's going to be your face. That's going to be fun. You're going to see yourself up in lights like a movie star. Superstar. We're all superstars. But you guys are superstars for this project. Green face. Okay, I'm going to bring it down so you can see my table again. You ready? Hold on, here we come. Come on down. All right. Here's my squares. And here's my Elijah faces. Now what we need to do is decide where do we want to put which colors. Well, if I have a warm square, I need to put a cool color there. So which two are my cool colors? We have a green face, that's a cool color. And we have the blue face, that's a cool color. So let's put them on the warm yellow. Do we like, wow, that really popped. Look how nice the blue one popped on the yellow. Let's see how the green one will look. That popped, but not as much as this blue one. I'm going to put that blue one right here. What do you think? I think that might be my choice. But first I'm going to put this one on the red and see if I like that. Wow, I do like it. I really, really do. He pops over here where I put him on the red, and he really popped over here on the yellow. Very nice. Now we have to choose which cool colors will have the warm faces. Well, here's my cool blue. How does that yellow look? That looks okay. Maybe let's see how the orange looks. Oh, I think that looks nicer. And how about this one? Oh, I think I know where everybody's going. What do you think? So you know what? Once you decide this is where you want the faces, then we have to glue them to the squares. Let's glue the famous face of Elijah to his squares. So we have a warm yellow going onto a cool purple square. Then I have a cool blue. Gotta glue that one too. And the cool blue is going right on this warm yellow square. Remember the warm and cool colors. Then we're going to take the warm orange face and we're going to glue it on the cool blue. It's a different shade of blue. It's a light blue, but it's still a cool color. And the last one is this cool green Elijah face that we're going to put on the warm red. So if you're ready, watch me glue. There we go. Okay, very, very good. And now you must come up here, because I'm so excited, and see our masterpiece. The famous, famous, famous faces of pop art. Elijah. I think I have to glue your orange face down a little bit. But how fantastic does this look? We've got our cool and warm colors, contrasting and complementary colors, pop art, bold, colorful colors. This was a great project that I completely enjoyed, and I hope you did too. So boys and girls, this is Miss Lisa saying ciao for now from my table of art. I hope you had a good time. I can't wait to see your projects. Please make sure you have your teacher take a picture so I can put them on our bulletin board. I'm going to be making a digital bulletin board for everyone to see your work. Okay? So don't forget, take a picture. Let me see how it came out. And remember, always keep art in your life. I'll see you kids next week. And I can't wait to see what we're going to do next. So excited. Bye-bye. See you next week. Ciao for now from my table of art.